being in a doctoral program is not all peaches and cream. There's going to be times when you're going to be up late at night and it's going to feel like the whole world is crashing in on you. If you're considering a program, this video is for you.
Motivators, so welcome back to Living Out Loud with Moe Nicole. If you are new here, I would like to welcome you to my channel. In my world, as an author, a nail polish creator, and content curator, I am dedicated to motivating and encouraging others to live boldly out loud in their life, business, and purpose. In this video, we are going to focus on the purpose aspect. For many of you who have been on my channel from the beginning, then you know that I am a doctoral student. I am currently going into my last semester of coursework, and then we're going to be getting into those comprehensive exams, y'all. So in this video, I want to share things that I've learned from being in my doctoral program and things that I had learned before being in my doctoral program as a way to help others who are considering applying and entering a doctoral program. As you saw from that intro, it's not always easy, and it's important to know when you make that decision and where you go that you make the best decision for you. If you haven't already, I would love for you to hit subscribe on my channel and push that thumbs up video so that others can be aware of this video, and do not forget to leave a comment down below and feel free to share it with any of your friends who may be able to benefit from this video. Let's go and get it going in 3, 2, and 1. All right, so I'm going to start us off with the list of items. Some of these you may have already found from your research, but make sure you stay tuned into the end because it's going to get deeper and deeper. So the first one, you want to make sure when you're looking at universities that you see the faculty and the type of research that they have already done and that they are involved in. The reason for this is you want to make sure that they are compatible with the research topics that you're interested in and going into, because you don't want to go into a university and identify like, oh my gosh, no one here really has my research interests, or the one who does have my research interests, they're not really good at qualitative, but I'm interested in quantitative research or single case design. So it's important to have a good idea of what type of research topics they basically present and they work on in their interest areas, their research design methods, okay, and what they typically come from, and the foundation and the principles of what they work off of. Those are very important for you. Next, you want to also see, if you are very big on research and that is something that is important to you, what level research school is this? Is this a R1 school? Is it the top tier? How much do they require their students to submit and publish before they graduate? You want to look at all of that, because sometimes it can be very demanding at some R1 schools where they're like, you need to publish at least 3 times once a year, before you get out of here. So it's important that you look at that from that angle. Next, what is their student cohort design? Although in both of my master's programs, I was in a cohort model, which meant that I traveled with all of my classmates from the beginning of my program and we graduated together. So most doctoral programs have that as well. You'll see that with most PhD programs. I am in a Doctor of Education program, so it's an EdD program. Same things and requirements, y'all. So I don't want y'all to get confused with that on this aspect. I will do another video on the differences between the both if y'all are interested in it, but only if y'all comment and say that y'all are interested in something like that, okay? But back to the topic. You want to know what is the design of the students, because in a doctoral program, it gets hard, y'all. It gets hard. And as of this semester, my last 2 people that I had a relationship with and I was working with, they graduated. And so now I am by myself going into my comprehensive exams and my dissertation proposal next semester, and so on and so forth. And so if you know that you're someone that works well with having a team and people that you can bounce ideas and things off of, it's great to have a cohort aspect, and that's something that I wish that I had in my program. Now the Doctor of Education on the policy aspect, they have a cohort design, but I'm in the instruction, curriculum, and leadership program. And so my program is more so individually based. And so that's been very hard for me. And that's where a lot of my breakdowns have started to come from, because it's been feeling very lonely in my program. Next, what type of resources do they have available for their students? This is very big, especially if you are planning on working in a university after you graduate, okay? Because those universities are going to want to see how often have you published, how many times have you presented at a conference, okay? And so with those conferences, if you were like me and quit your job, went full entrepreneur and student, you're gonna want those funds, okay? You're gonna want those funds to help you with your traveling, okay? And so it's important to see what type of funds are available university-wide as well as within your program-wide. Do they have a cap on how much you're able to have as a grant over the course of your entire time there? All of those are important because those conference fees add up, okay? So it's important to look at what type of resources are available in that way, what type of resources are available with your planning for your future planning. All of that is very essential for your program. Next, you want to look at health insurance. Definitely if you're a full-time student, an entrepreneur such as myself. So it's important that you look at if they have health insurance or if they have a health plan. So my university, right before I got into the university, the Graduate Student Association had a major win with working with a local organization to get a health plan for graduate students who are graduate assistants. Now, there's not any health plans or health insurance available for graduate students. So now currently I have to pay out of pocket for medical expenses, which is, it gets very expensive, but it's cheaper than me paying the monthly premium. So it's important to look at your schools and to see, do they have different health insurance plans and policies that are available for their students? Because there are programs that have health insurance available, so make sure you are looking at that. Next, you want to look at what type of funding is available for you as a student. Is there funding available on the fellowship aspect to where your education can be completely fulfilled and paid for? That money talk, y'all, and the money adds up as a student. I'm telling you now, the money adds up. So my first year, I served as a graduate assistant, and so they paid my tuition up to a certain amount of credits, except for the summer, I had to pay out of pocket for those, and I still have to pay out of pocket for my summer classes, and now I'm ready to graduate, y'all, so that's why I'm still in school. I want a fellowship with my university, and so they're paying for the rest of my tuition fall and spring, and I get a small stipend every month during the fall and spring semesters to help towards that and my living expenses. Does it cover everything? Only a fraction, but it's still a help. So it's important to look at your universities to see if they offer automatic funding for your program or if they have competitive funding available and what that looks like for you to have that plan financially if you're not able to pay out of pocket. Next, what is the teaching model and the political aspect of the university? There are a lot of super new liberal schools. There are a lot of super conservative style schools. I've gone to both, okay? And I have noticed that there is a difference within policies and the different things that may be available for the student and some of the rules. So it's important that you pay attention to what is the background of the university. Look up the president of the university. Look up the deans of the colleges. What is their background? That helps you get a good understanding of what the structure of the organization and because the university is an organization, okay, of what the structure of that university is to make sure that you fit within that or it provides you what you need to be successful during your time in the university. Next, it's important to know what is your ultimate goal. And when I say that, so for example, if you're interested in being a professor at Harvard, you don't want to apply to go to Harvard because academics do not hire their own students freshly removed from the university. They may hire you some years down the line once you've gone out and gotten experience at another university. And the reason for that is because universities, they're looking for diversity of what they have within and what they can provide. When you're going through the program as a student, your professors may have a particular relationship with you and how they view you. So going from being a student to being a colleague, that can sometimes be a little difficult. So universities do not hire their students. So if you know what your ultimate goal is as a professional and a doctor, okay, I already call myself Dr. Moe, Journey to Dr. Moe, all of that. But whatever your goal is, my goal is not to be an instructor or to work in a university afterwards. It's to be a completely full-time entrepreneur and providing educational services as a consultant and an educator to organizations and individuals within low-income communities. So I know what my purpose is, why I have my certificate and background within education and technology, why I'm operating this YouTube channel. All of this has given me experience to make sure that I am becoming a better educator for other people. So that's my ultimate goal. So it didn't matter what university I went to. All that mattered to me, well, I mean, it still mattered, you know, with all the other stuff, but it didn't matter in regards to the teaching aspect, because I don't have a goal of being an instructor after I graduate. Last but not least, and the most important, I'm gonna get closer for this one because this one is like the most important, you all. Make sure whatever you're doing is your passion and it's what you want to do. Do not go for something just for status. Do not go for something just because you're just gonna make more money. Doing a doctoral program, you really have to have passion and purpose for it to really make sense and to make it a worthwhile experience and to keep you from quitting on those late nights when you're feeling alone, such as me that was in this video that you saw. And so it's important that you just always, you know, be real with yourself. And that's what I always end my videos with. Always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you wanna do, period. Because at the end of the day, your passion is your passion, your vision is your vision. And that's why I operate my blog, Moe Nicole. I consider life, and my goal is to be the bridge between passion, purpose, and legacy. That's very big. If you're not doing what you love, it's gonna be hard, even harder. Because if you're loving it, it's still gonna be hard because we really don't grow when we're in our comfort zone. But the experience is a little bit different because you're more connected to it. But when you're not connected to it, so if you are going to get involved in anything, make sure that your heart is in it for the right reasons, and that's what all matters at the end of the day. I would strongly encourage you to check out my blog. I have the links down below. Let me know if you have any questions, any concerns. I will continuously update you all on this journey, definitely as I'm going into my comprehensive exams and going into my dissertation process. I plan to show more of that because school is now taking even more of my time, so I want to make sure that I'm showcasing all of that, because living out loud is me basically showcasing my life as a way to be a safe space for others. So if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate you to join the Moetivators family by hitting subscribe and click the bell to turn it fully gray so that you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. I'm thankful for you all being here. I'm appreciative for you, and I wish you nothing but the best on your journey as you are searching for that perfect doctoral program. Always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do, period. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.